At some point you stopped reaching, not because the dreams disappeared, not because the ambition ran out, but because somewhere along the way, settling started to feel safer than striving. Comfortable started to feel smarter than ambitious, and good enough started to feel like enough. But it is not enough, and somewhere deep inside you, you already know that. Settling is not a dramatic event. It does not arrive with a warning or an announcement. It creeps in quietly, one small compromise at a time. You accept the job that pays the bills instead of pursuing the career that lights you up. You stay in the relationship that is familiar instead of holding out for the one that actually fulfills you. You keep the life that is manageable instead of building the one that makes you feel alive, and each compromise feels reasonable in the moment, practical, mature even, until one day you look up and realize that 100 small compromises have added up to a life that looks nothing like the one you imagined. That is the cost of settling, not one big loss, 1,000 quiet ones. So what changes it? No, not motivation. Motivation comes and goes, not inspiration. Inspiration is a feeling, and feelings are temporary. What changes it is a shift. A fundamental, permanent, irreversible shift in the way you see yourself and what you believe you are capable of having. That shift starts with one brutal, honest question. Am I living the life I actually want, or the life I decided I could get away with? Because there is a version of you that stopped asking for what you really wanted, because you were afraid of being disappointed. There is a version of you that scaled back the dream, because someone told you it was unrealistic. There is a version of you that looked at the gap between where you are and where you want to be and decided that gap was too wide to cross. That version of you was wrong. The gap is not too wide. The dream is not too big. The life you want is not reserved for people who are more talented, more connected, more lucky than you. It is available to anyone who makes the decision, a real, committed, non-negotiable decision, to stop settling for less than they deserve. Here is what the mindset shift actually looks like. It is not waking up one morning feeling suddenly confident and fearless. It is not a lightning bolt moment where everything becomes clear. It is quieter than that, and harder. It is the moment you catch yourself shrinking, and you choose to take up space instead. It is the moment you start to say no to things that drain you and yes to things that grow you. It is the moment you stop measuring your worth by other people's opinions and start measuring it by your own standard. It is the moment you decide that your comfort zone is not a safe place. It is the most dangerous place you can be, because inside it, your potential is dying slowly. Thriving is not an accident. It is not something that happens to lucky people. Thriving is what happens when you align your daily choices with the life you actually want to live, when you stop waiting for conditions to be perfect and start building in the conditions you have, when you stop asking for permission and start moving with the authority of someone who knows their own worth. The people who thrive are not the ones without problems. They are not the ones without doubt or fear or uncertainty. They are the ones who decided, in the middle of all of it, that they were done settling. They chose discomfort over stagnation. They chose growth over safety. They chose the life they wanted over the life they had simply because it was familiar. And that choice is available to you right now. Not when things calm down, not when you feel more ready, not when circumstances line up perfectly. Right now, in this moment, with everything exactly as it is. You do not need a new set of circumstances to start thriving. You need a new relationship with yourself. One built on the belief that you are worth the life you have been dreaming about. One built on the decision that settling is no longer an option. Stop settling, start thriving. The shift begins the moment you decide it does. If something in this video woke something up in you, do not let it go back to sleep. Share this with someone who has been settling for too long and needs to hear this today. Subscribe, because every single day we will show up here and give you the mindset fuel to keep choosing the life you deserve over the life you have simply gotten used to.